guys, what is good, Porch Sports? I'm your host, JP, for today. This is Houston Texans pregame show. All right, only for the Houston Texans fans. And y'all, welcome to the show today. Uh, I just want to start out by saying, what is going to be the future of this team? This is a turning point in the season, really, right here. And this is, there's no one wrong. It's when Bill O'Brien got fired, that was a turning point in the season as well. But this could really be the turning point. If we lose today, which by all indications, I think we will, um, do we do the fire sale? Right now, from the Houston Texans organization, they plan to not they plan not to fire sale on the team right now. But I'm starting to hear of good components that are available right now, like Michael Thomas is on the trading block for the Saints. Now, we could use another a wide receiver of a true number one stature to line up across from Brandon Cooks. But the thing is about that is if we're going to trade for Michael Thomas, we have to give them a contract of higher equal value because we have the highest payroll in the league and we have no cap room. That's a shitty situation that Bill O'Brien put us in. And unfortunately, man, it's going to be difficult to trade a lot of these components, man. Um, I can understand if they want to wait till after the season. I personally think that you'll get better value for it. But right now, teams that fire sale usually give up people for cheaper than they should have. And that's not what we need to do. We need to make sure that we get the highest value for our players as we can. And doing that in the middle of the season, I don't think it's the best choice. Don't know, it's difficult not to fire sale right now. I mean, only if you get a really good offer that I say that you do it. But I don't know, man. It's really difficult to see. But let's talk about the game itself. Let's talk about the game itself. Today, the Texans are facing the Green Bay Packers, and I gotta say, this is gonna be a shootout. Two really not the best defenses in the world, although the Packers defense is, I mean, way better than ours. At least they can stop the run somewhat and are decent in coverage. The Texans can't stop any of it. But I still expect the Texans offense to be able to strike them. We have a really good offense, and we're starting to find our groove now. But it seems like the Watson and Cook's connection is starting to gel, and that is, I mean, of all the players that Bill O'Brien trapped us with, Cooks is one I would like to keep because he does have that speed still. To me, he's a number two receiver, but with number one talent. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he's not the always go to guy, but he's a good complement receiver to any number one. If we get we're able to find a good number one receiver in the draft or through free agency, which is, I mean, either way it be fine with me. Cooks is that perfect complement because he's the speedster, and that's why I think this offseason the Texans will part ways with Will Fuller, because you do have a natural speedster in Brandon Cooks, and to me to keep Fuller around it doesn't make sense unless he wants to come back on a cheaper contract. That's the only way you keep him. Um, but that connection is starting to gel together, and don't know, the only part really with the offense that's not really gelling yet is the running game. Let's hope that gets on track today. This should be a matchup where we do have a good game in terms of like getting good rushing yards. Because when you look at all the defenses that we face, they're all elite against stopping the run. So let's let's not fully banish David Johnson yet. Don't get me wrong, I still think we're going to need to upgrade out that position after the season, but you can't say that he's not that good a running back when we face top five defenses in like against the run in like 5 of the 6 weeks that we already been playing. So that could also factor into it as well. But it also is a part of the interior offensive line, which to me is the worst part of the offense. The guard positions, Kelamete and Fulton, they just play terrible. And Nick Martin's not that much better either. That's something that really needs to get worked on this offseason. The interior of the Texans offensive line, because it just looks horrendous right now. They give up pressure constantly. They get no push. in that middle for any type of running room to run up the middle. So that's the main problem with our flow in running game. We have no push in the middle, so that's why we're running to the tackles instead of in between the guards. We really need to get either some veteran. To me, I would prefer a veteran offensive line to replace those guys. But once again, you have to release so much money on your books because Bill O'Brien just really put this team in a bind. So it's coming down to the little things that we need to do to fix this team. Just little things. First off, rebuilding the offensive line, getting yourself a solid running back. It's finding the number one receiver to rebuild that offense. Now for the defense, it just we either have guys. To me, the only true playmaker on defense right now is JJ. And what sucks is that our defense are either players that didn't live up to their expectations from other teams that got shipped here, or they're guys that are has-beens like JJ and Merciless and McKinney and them. These guys aren't playing to the level that they should be, man. It sucks to see, man. Just I mean, you know that this defense can play better, and also something from last year that's different, especially on our defense, man. The loss of DJ Reader. DJ Reader is a space eater. If y'all know what that means, he's just a naturally big guy, and just he naturally eats up space in that middle, and that's something we also don't have. And don't get me wrong, I mean PJ Hall, I forgot who. I mean it's Brandon Dunn. Brandon Dunn's the other nose tackle that we do have. Those guys are big guys, but there was a technique that DJ Reader had, and that was bull. And he could easily put pressure in the middle of that offensive line because of his size and his strength. I don't think that PJ Hall and Brandon Dunn either have that talent, man. They really don't have that talent to really stalwart the interior of the offensive line. So that's also why our run defense is so terrible, man. Uh, Having that big nose tackle in the middle really made a difference, man. And JJ on the other side really helped stuff the run, and that's what's disappointing me. We weren't a great pass rushing team last year, but we're not that good this year, and we're not stopping the run like we were last year. That's the problem. That's the thing I can't that's driving me insane right now. Like we got nobody really to replace DJ Reader's size and ability, not into the draft or anything like that. And that's something that Bill O'Brien really failed to do when DJ Reader left. So it's it's a tough situation right now because if you lose this game, you should consider the fire sale, but I don't think you should sell too many parts. You know, I would do a mini fire sale of anything. That's my personal opinion. But well, let's see how this game goes, guys. Personally, me, I'm picking the Packers today to actually beat the Texans. Just we are in a bad situation right now, and don't know it's not the players' fault; it's Bill O'Brien's fault. And I mean, and not even the current coaches, dude. Everybody was in the chokehold because one man couldn't get over his damn ego, and that man was Bill O'Brien. Bill O'Brien got in his with JJ, Randall Cobb, all his coordinators, man. It just when you lose the team, dude, it's a stain on the whole organization, man. And we have to find a way to move on from this, man. It's gonna be difficult, but we gotta find a way to move on. So that's gonna be it for me on the Texas Pregame Show, guys. Thank y'all so much for tuning in today. Thank y'all so much. Always subscribe, like, and comment, y'all. And always thank y'all so much, guys.